Hello Squaddies, and welcome back to Celebrity Click. If this is your first time tuning in, please remember to like this video, share this video, leave a comment, and most importantly, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, I hope that you're all doing different from wherever you are watching this from. So guys, it has been proven time and time again that William has a terrible temper, and even his cheerleaders are actually having a hard time to describe him as a decent man, because he is not. He is a man who is always incandescent with rage. He is a man who is always throwing tantrums. And now, in one of the episodes of the Telegraph hosted by Camilla Tomini, she was speaking to Robert Jobson, who actually admitted that Prince William has mood swings, he is a bully, and he has a terrible temper, and that William won't be a good king because of his temper, which I completely agree. And he also stated that Prince Harry actually used to get along well with his father, King Charles, than William. And not only that, I believe these royal commentators are indirectly admitting to what Prince Harry said in his memoir Spare, that Prince William has a terrible temper. So guys, please take a look at this.
What's he actually like, Robert? Is he going to be a good king?
Well, I hope he listens
It's difficult, doesn't it?
He's tricky. I think that there's no doubt that the king used to get on better with Harry.
Really?
There's
Why do you say that?
That's what I understand to be the truth. I mean, I think that the people that know them well said that that was part of that. The heartbreaking side of this whole fallout was that the king and Harry should sort of see eye to eye more. They used to have more time. They should get each other more. Whereas I think with William and the king, there's always been clashes over the ivory of the Royal Collection. Clashes over just little things.
The appearance of George, I remember in a photograph on a desk of the. They had a massive row about that.
He can be quite not controlling, but he's a bit tricky. He has got a bit of a temper.
Well, you use the following words to describe William. You say he's occasionally been over-assertive, can be difficult to handle, with aides approaching sensitive matters carefully. Despite his public composure, insiders describe William as prone to mood swings.
I think that's fair, as I wrote it. But also, I think that if you go and speak to a few people off the record, they would say that's probably being generous.
You know guys, I believe this is actually the main reason as to why the UK media is always begging Prince Harry to come back to the UK, because they know very well the future king will be a very, very terrible man, and if anything, Prince William will burn the monarchy to the ground because he has a bad temper. He is always throwing tantrums over small things, and the UK media, the royal commentators, they all know about this, and they know the only person who can be able to save the monarchy, it is only Prince Harry, and that is why they are always begging for Harry to come back. But I believe they actually fumbled big time on that sector, because Prince Harry will never ever come back to that place, because one thing for sure, they will start bullying him again. And the fact that even his cheerleaders are actually describing him as a bully, a man with a terrible temper, then Prince William is really, really a bad one. And so guys, please let us take a look at what people had to say about this in the comment section. So Sid said, I would argue William doesn't even have public composure. He is always clenching his fists, whether by his side or in front of his nuts, and has a permanent scowl on his face. I think even Harry talked about that scowl in Spare. William doesn't even possess a genuine smile. You can tell because it never reaches his eyes. William is sad, angry, damaged man who never got help for the trauma of his mother's death, whereas Harry also experienced a trauma. He met a woman that made him want to deal with his demons and be a better man. William never met a woman who stalked him. William met a woman who stalked him for 10 years and only wanted to marry the heir and get a crown on her head. She never encouraged William to seek help or be better to deal with his trauma and demons. If anything, she was ambivalent to it at best, encouraging of the toxicity at worst. And Camilla says, of course, Charles had a closer relationship with Prince Harry. Willie is incandescent with rage despite his public composure. Insiders describe William is prone to mood swings. And Insane Clown says, I have always said H married the one who brought out his best and pushed him to grow. The other married someone who amplifies his worst, and honestly, the same could be said for their father. Then we also have Sage, who says, I literally cannot believe one of the most prolific liars, Camilla Tomini, is acting surprised that William is an angry, petulant, raging bully, and that people of the record would say harsher things about him. But what's surprising is Camilla is still questioning whether William would be a good king. No one questions Harry, but everyone questions William. Then Nico Max says, nobody describes William as a bully better than his royal correspondent sycophant. If this is the friendly version, imagine what he is actually like behind the scenes. And SK says that's what makes her a pathological liar, acting surprised, reading what Rob described Willie as if she's finding out for the very first time. Yet they all know this is who Willie is. Then Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy, says she minimized Prince William's physically abusive behaviors towards Prince Harry. When she knew Prince William was an abusive twat, that woman is a habitual liar. Then the Shebet Patch says, well, when the idle heir will apparently only work 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and not at all during the 20 weeks annual school holidays, preferably unless there is a football or dressing up box involved, I would say more people should be concerned. And Brighton says, the way they are so delicately discussing the issue tells you all you need to know. And Nanaika says she knew they have probably stopped paying her any attention. Then Nina says, well, openly saying again and again that William is violent, has mood swing, is a very difficult person, telling, isn't it? That's how Harry described him on the book. And Xander says, it is clear that even the sycophants know William Macbeth is a sociopath, and they worry about his future accession to the throne. Job admits that his Yumfis is describing Willie as tricky, controlling, has a temper, difficult, prone to mood swings, are generous. And Sid says all of this makes it even more shocking how Charles treated Harry and Meghan, and continues to. Charles knew William was a disaster, yet he allowed William to bully the hardest working royals out. And Xander says, remember how Camilla said Charles was scared of Willie's temper? I think he found it easier to go along with bullying Harry than standing up to Willie. And look where that got him. Xander says they helped build the monster that they are now calling out. And Shesai says they are admitting all of this about him, yet we are supposed to believe that Meghan's treatment of these guys' staff sent them into a mental health crisis. They worked for this rage monster, but that sweet lady was too much for them. Then we have Nico Marcos says, Generals is doing a lot of work here. I feel uneasy remembering that moment when he pointed his finger in Meghan's face, because to me it looked aggressive and seemed like it might have come with verbal abuse. And here, Jabba the Hutt is saying it is part of his character. And this premise says, I think about Willie the Jack sticking his fingers in Meghan's face and not being called out for that, yet Meghan's is the bully. So guys, please let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and most importantly, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button.